Hello, 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 welcome back to the continuing adventures of Shadowblade as he treks through the dungeon. Where last we left off, I had cleared off the spider mines and gone back into the abyss and gotten some experience gain, and Conj and Fire are both up to about 15, so, you know, doing okay for becoming a mage. Unfortunately, thanks to high hunger costs and intelligence drain of 7 points, I'm not exactly up to snuff, but we'll deal with that as we go. Yeah, not much else to say. Last I had checked, I was wielding the wrong buckler. Yeah. What buckler should I be wielding? Buckler of protection, cold resist, or fire resist. The ring already gives me adequate fire resist, and the dagger I'm wielding right now, to offset my intelligence loss, is denying me my, fire resist slot, so maybe I will pick this other ring up. Which of you is it? That one. What does that do for my AC? AC up to 18 is not bad. We are no longer fire resistant. No, you know what? I like the fire resistance better. We'll keep the fire resistance and drop the buckler of protection. And when we're ready to get our back up to the max, then we'll come back for it. Okay, so until then, time to continue with the dungeon crawling. For today, what's slated is just going to be continuing through the main dungeon for a while. Man. So you all have woken up already. That's one of you. That's a confuse on all of you. That's takedowns. Unaffected. Are you like... Oh, resist fire and cold, eh? Well, how about a mephitic? Resist that, smartass? No, but he's got good enough hit dice that it doesn't last very long. Yes, into the noxious fumes, raise the dead, and... done. Next floor. 1, 2, that's just it, 2. Okay, let's pull back, pull it back. Nice multi-kill with fire. Go back into the fray. Stab you. I am wearing my preservation cloak. Good. I mean, I recognize that poison resist might have been useful against all of them, but it's not going to be as generally useful as maintaining my item stocks. Although, in fairness, given my constant weight issues and my lack of actual usage of my items, who knows? Maybe I actually would benefit from losing a few of my items. Man, Titan skeletons are going down in one hit to stabs. Yeah, that's the beauty of Ashanzari. He showed me that there was something behind that wall to go and kill. And I got a whole cache of kills. And confusion, and that's a clear. What's this? Just an ID scroll? Anything to ID? No? Okay, then drop it. Found an alarm trap, that's fine. Let's go ahead and approach these guys. Stab 1. Oh man, I only got 1 stab off. That sucks. Drop a fireball. No. Don't bother with fireball. Just set up a zone of fire that they have to walk through to reach you. Stab anyone who lives. And that should do it. Let's see if I can make it all the way up to him. Huh, I can. That's great. New book. It's a manual. No thank you, because maces and flails suck. Javelins on a Spriggan. What do you think I am? Twice my height and 3 times my strength. I don't have that kind of weight capacity to be carrying around javelins with. Stab, you're dead. Ignore the curing potion. Turn the corner. Okay, we're going to activate repel missiles for sure. Do I have a cloud spell? I do not. Okay, then it's time to just go the old-fashioned way here. Okay, now that they're all dead, we activate Confuse Cloud and put down a Fire Cloud for anyone dumb enough to follow me in. confusion is actually going to deal them damage just because of the close quarters they're constantly beating each other up in. And that's that. All of them are down. Raise the actuars. Okay, that's all of them. 21 int. Awesome. Sleep. Die. Sleepy death. Die yourself a sleepy death. Shit, I forgot to turn off Steam. You all come after me, why don't you? Boom. Boom. Boom! But yeah, this is just gonna be generic dungeon crawling. Y'all are probably quite used to seeing how I do this. That's why there's a lot less to report. But basically, what I've noted, which I think is interesting, is as much as I've been like, I need to switch over from stabbing to something else, notice just how much spare time I have to make that happen. The number of non-stabbable enemies I've run across is minimal. And while I do occasionally utilize like an actual legitimate damage mechanism, for the most part, I'm stabbing, even up till now, most of my enemies to death. Between that and, like, dropping fire zones for them to stand in, because it's usually the small ones that are annoyingly resistant somehow. Which is all good. Scimitar of Protection is still a scimitar, and it's not a stabbing weapon. I wouldn't mind a Dagger of Protection, except that my dagger is so much better, so yeah, I guess I would. Repel missiles is a must, because I'm about to turn a corner into an army. So, which of these is repel missiles? What did I put it on? Is it I? That's weird. That's what's supposed to be my zone. Wow, they all woke up. Shit. Well, we'll get a stab on the one who didn't see me yet, and then pull back. Drop a zone for sure, or drop a guardian fireball for sure, and then start getting off some mass confuse. And of course, mass confuse is just my euphemism for Mephitic Cloud. Oh, you idiots. My skeletons are all gonna... You know what? Let's just drop several more zones of fire so that they're all very likely to stumble around into them. Okay, there we go. Because I'm gonna be losing all my skeletons to their idiocy at this point. Mass confuse on everyone because they're all waiting by the door. Step on in after them. And just finish off the process. Okay. But yeah, for the most part, I have been able to continue the bulk of my damage comes from stabbing still, despite everything that's happened, which is kind of cool. I did not anticipate that. I thought that by this point in the game I was going to be unable to stab things, and I would be fully reliant on some alternate means of takedowns, but that's not the case. Dropping a bread ration for the sake of weight and continuing to move through the dungeon. Wow, I got all the orcs. Y'all failed your perception rolls, you hear? Vampiric Whip. It's another nice thing about Ashen is just the convenience. He like tells you what everything is without you having to check it all. Levitation and protection from cold are not rings that I desire to wait on. Ooh. See, invisibility is useless to me. MR is never goes waste. Stealth ++ is nice. Evocable invisibility will mean I can ditch the ring that I've been carrying with me all game. And +4 troll leather armor actually has a base AC of 4 compared to this, which has a base AC of 0. It is a robe, so spellcasting might have been helped. But armor training has already brought me to 9, so I've pretty much negated my armor penalty. I'm pretty sure. It's a tough call. How good is my MR without it? I'm already incredibly resistant, which functionally means only the strongest spellcasters are actually going to be able to get through my guard. So I'm actually going to go ahead and give it a pass. Even though on most casters like this, that would have been a godsend. Oh shit, they woke up. I want to open with a Mass Confuse, but then I'm going to follow it up with a Fireball. Just because of the tight proximity and low HP of these targets. I'm pretty sure I can waste them. There we go. No, that's too close. Just get a stab off. Okay, backing away now. And now we're just going to revert to our more typical stab tactics. Boom. Come on, die already. Okay, he's dead. Walking around. Stab you, dead. Stab you, Dean. Stab you dead. Okay. That was good. Next. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I don't even need to stab some of these lower HP targets because I just can stand up next to them and beat them up. Yeah, the more I think about it, the more I realize that regen, while not necessarily the best thing, is still a very useful trait. The HP, the ultimate reason to carry on with the armor I'm currently using is because I've negated this, because the highest AC I can get is obviously going to be beneficial. Especially when your AC starts off as low as 15. Going lower from there isn't a good idea. And, oh, please, let me get some. No, they all woke up. God damn it. Well, they can all die the old-fashioned way, mephitic stabs. See, that's the thing. Even with the full Stabber's kit available to me now, you know, between Sorcelled Hibernation and, between Confused and Sorcelled Hibernation, Invisibility, etc., the move I still come to rely on the most is Mephitic Cloud, because it's simultaneously the least hungering and the most overall effective. That said, if I was playing the non-Spriggan, where I literally had no reason to worry about hunger, I would probably be using invis'd stabs a lot more often at this stage of the game. You know, just because invisibility is kind of great. And even enemies that are immune to hostile enchantments, so you can't enchant them, you can still go invisible and hide from them if they don't sense or see invisible. Granted, there isn't a huge overlap, or there's quite a bit of overlap between resistance and seeing invisible, but it's not an entire overlap. I guess that's the other reason why I wasn't as eager to switch to the Robe of Night. It's not like I'm going invisible constantly. That would have made it like, sweet, this just saved me a ring swap that I keep having to do. I tend to use, oh, something to identify, and then drop, because whatever it is, it's not going to beat my evade +8 or RC++ ring, most likely. Activate repel missiles and enter the fray. 1, 2, 3, got them all. Gotta get them all, gotta get them all, yeah. Gotta get them all, gotta get them all, yeah. One more, one more, one more. That's again all 3, nice. And just going through the dungeon as normal, actually is doing more for my experience than all of the side branching I'd done, which is nice. Level 15 on both Conj and Fire. Don't get me wrong, I still think that the side branching I did was valuable because it got me a rune, and then another rune. I would say the only side branching I did that was truly a waste was the second trip to the Abyss I probably shouldn't have done. Even though in the end it was net positives, it also just wasted time and energy that I didn't have to spend. Oh, come on, charge down the Frost Giant. Okay, with the Frost Giant out of the way, these are all easy pickings. Yeah, actually, now that I think about it a little bit more, on a non-Spriggan, that robe would... A non-Spriggan but light robe caster, that robe would have given me the See Invisible that I needed. So I would actually be using it right now, the Robe of Night. It's a +4 robe. Robes don't go that high. Oh man, I didn't mean to kill him in one hit. Now I exposed myself. So mass confusion to everyone, to limit the number of shots that I take to the face per turn. I also already have repel missiles on as well, so that helps. Cutting down these Yaktuars like they don't exist. The other fun part is that thanks to wielding the Dagger of Morgue right now, I'm actually getting a lot of pain bonus, I believe, to any enemy that doesn't resist it. Oh right, you resist cold. You know what you don't resist? Getting punched in the face. You hit the Iron Troll rides in agony. Yes, he's repeatedly taking on the damage from the Pain Blade. Ignore that, please. I see a cache of good stuff. These are stone walls, so I can't just dig my way through. I could probably teleport into the chamber. I'm curious what these top 3 items are, because those 3 items aren't exactly impressive. So let's enable scrying. A lightning rod, not bad. If I was going evoker, I might actually go that route. I don't know what the hungering status of a lightning rod is, but I'm just assuming it's not good. Pretty sure it's a level 6 spell, so it's not going to be cheap. And it needs to be evoked 2 to 3 times in a row to really make it useful. Unless, you know, you focus it as a narrow beam and just blow shit up with it. Okay, we got the one. This one, on the other hand, is going to be a real pain in the ass. Poly resists, and clearly he's got multiple arms to attack with, so I shouldn't be this close to him either way. Let's set up a fire for him to walk through. Fire for him to land on while he deals with my summons. Okay, we got him in the end. My issue with that is that, come the final floor, I know that I'm going to be facing more of those guys, and I still have no good answer to them. Same with Orbs of Fire, actually, I have no good answer to them. You know, this is a weird sight. I'm not used to seeing, like, all of the grayed out tiles show up. But I guess now that I've scryed, that's going to happen, right? The whole thing is technically made of diggable rock. Alright, well, let's continue on to the dungeon. We're almost on D27, and that's how deep this run is probably going to go today. Oh, come on, just all the way, all the way. 1. I only got 1. That was a lousy, lousy stealth run. Admittedly, I had to go the long way through a lot, so it's not surprising. It's just lousy. Raise a bunch of skeletons, kill some hackles. You know what? Give me your new wand of digging. 9 charges should beat my current 7. And I don't need a wand of fire because I shoot that shit out of my hands. Done. So yeah, I'm still trying to answer the question, how will I deal with an Orb of Fire? And I don't have an answer. I know how I'll survive against it. I'll use a combination of Spriggan speed and the Resist Mutation Amulet to get the hell out of the way. But I guess if I whip out my Fire Resist Dagger and combine it with a Fire Resist Buckler, I can have Fire Resist 2 or 3. That should help a lot. Yes, we got one. Oh, ow! Get out of the way. Something managed to hit me. In fact, turn on regen, just for the rapid... My god, my health goes up by 1 per turn. It's ridiculous. Oh, I nearly snuck up on him. Well, I did... Yeah, see, that's what waits in store for me when I eventually fight the Orb of Fire. Point-blank range, repeated hits to the face, nothing you can do about it. Don't want to get constricted at all costs. Do not want to get constricted. Okay, he is not considered undead for the purposes of being controlled. My own summons are walking through that. Is he resistant to fire? Yes, but not extraordinarily so. So... maybe I can try... Ooh, here's the thought. I don't know if it'll work. We'll drop some fire zone, get out of the way, and then we'll start spamming butterflies as a means of keeping him inside the fire zone. Put a new fire zone down, just to continue the tactic. That actually worked. That actually worked really well, because he couldn't walk past my wall of butterflies to get to me. Even though he could one-shot a butterfly per turn, it's only a butterfly per turn. Oh my god, what are you? Immune or something? There, die now. Confuse. Rotting corpses does not matter. I will totally raise the skeleton out of him. ID my ring, and then ditch it. What the hell? Let's try to charge him down. Wow. That was awesome. We went all the way. Conjured Fire. Firestorm. AAF. Still 100% fail. And even if it was not 100% fail, the mana cost would be inhibitive. Or health... the hunger cost would be inhibitive. That's a kill. That's a kill. That's a kill. That's a kill. Okay. Maybe I should think in terms of getting other runes first. Hell runes I don't consider myself strong enough to attempt. Slime rune, I'd have to ninja it somehow, and I don't think it's possible to get into the guarded vaults area without first killing the royal jelly. Oh, but if I was able to use a combination of wizardry and brilliance and, you know, max out my intelligence again, maybe I could... Shit. He woke up. Okay, we need to get out of here now. Things are getting really dicey. And I don't trust that... Okay, now they're all confused. Now they're not that dicey. Get 1. Aim to finish the dragon. Get 2. Confuse everybody again. Get the knight. And hey, now it's just one of you. Goddamn resistant piece of crap. Die. Storm Dragon Corpse, eh? He didn't leave a hide. Oh well. Yeah, if you pull the skeleton out of these guys, they still have a chance to drop hides. Which is nice. Okay, something shot from a distance, so repel missiles. Rides in... I love that they're writhing in agony. I know it makes me a terrible person, but what can you do? It's a game. It means that even when I don't get confused stabs off, I still deal significant damage per turn, just attacking them. In fact, what we're going to do is trickle into necromancy, just to enhance that effect further. I'm starting to really... Oh, shit, yeah, I'll keep repel missiles up. It's worth losing my opportunity to stab for it. I'm pretty sure the Sphinx can paralyze me even through my clarity. I don't think that he can confuse me, but he doesn't have to, because paralysis is kind of worse. Let's clear off as many of the riffraff as we can. Okay, let's get out of the way. This is getting dicey again. And now that I'm surrounded by my allies, it's a little less dicey. And dicing the Storm Dragon means it's dicey for them, because they're getting diced. Let's go ahead and drop that zone. Turn on regen because I have lost a reasonable amount of health, but I'm not actually afraid of these guys yet. They would have to hit me one more time to get me into a kill zone. Okay. Many deaths. Heal up. Oh, shit. Okay, what is this big enemy that's inside all of this, guarding loot? We're not on D27, and there's enemies on both sides, so this is actually not a bad opportunity to scry for information. We've got a gold dragon on the south, shadow dragon plus a series of enemies on the north, and it looks like these are metal guarded chambers that can only be approached from the floor below. Yeah, that seems to be the plan. So we're gonna just Yancey on out of here. Okay, or my skeletons are going to engage. Is that an orc? No, it's a human. That's fine. We're just gonna go ahead and just fire right through him to burn whatever's behind. That way I can get my confuse off, hopefully. Or something, some disable. Take out the two-hander. And get confuse off again on all these guys. Get some stabs in. That's 1. That's 2. That's not 3. That's me almost dying. Turning on regen. That's 3. That's everybody. Okay, who are you that is just one-shotting everyone? A frost giant? Nice. So yeah, animate skeleton, level 1 spell, and between that and I once saw somebody say, and I don't know if it was serious or sarcastic or some kind of joke or some kind of pro talk, but whatever it was, that apportation was the single best level 1 spell. I beg to differ. I think the best level 1 spell in the game is either Animate Skeleton or Magic Dart. Magic Dart is so great for the segment of the game where you're using it, but Animate Dead, well, let's put it this way. I'm a level 26 character and it's still useful to me. Haste? No haste. What are you capable of, sir? Nothing. Immune to poison, resistant to poison, immune to negative, very resistant to cold. Dangerous and huge, dangerous and huge. Okay, so 3 of these guys can be mephitic. The Shadow Dragon cannot. Let's get a nice big area of confusion and then back away a little. And then let the summons go in first. In chess, the pawns go first. Put on regen. Oh god, that hurt like the odds of Dickens. I am going to run for it. The Titans are smiting me from out of range. That's what's going on. Regen is important. Get up a Sphinx as I run. In fact, there's more bodies here to raise. Pretty much any square that doesn't have chunks. Because chunks implies I've already raised them. Okay. I should eat something. I should do a lot of things. But you know what I'm going to do first is just get back into the fray. Eat the bread ration. No, eat all the little stuff so that you free up slots. And then eat the bread ration. Then, oh, and all the sultanas. Oh shit, too late for that. Next, I should... It's a good approach to this. Huh. I guess I could self-haste, if necessary. Wow. Talk about being a resistant motherfucker. Okay, it looks like my summons actually won the fight, not lost it. Which is nice. You I have no way of beating, right? I can't go invisible. I can't go hit you with my negative energy. You're resistant to cold. Resistant to poison. So none of my standard tactics work. So it's gonna be down to using my newer tactics, namely blow you the hell up. So let's open with a salvo of fireballs. Switch it over to some bolts of fire. One more. Oh hell, for the kill shot. Oh sweet, you can animate dead on him. Or animate skeleton. I did not think that would work. Pick up a whole lot of cool stuff. Leave behind a whole lot of not so cool stuff. These caches are going to be interesting to go through, but I'm not going to be able to get to them easily. This upper cache ends with an item I don't really care for. This lower cache, however, ends with a book, which could always be a good book, so let's hope it's the good book and head on down. We are now on 427. Boom! It's always easy when you get the free stab. Yes, extra book. Thanks but no thanks. Dropping it. I might actually end up using it to forget a spell, but as of now, I still tend to use all those spells, much to my own chagrin. Boom. Somebody asked, can you run a pure stabber for the whole game? I answered yes, though I don't know that I'm good enough to do it for all 15 runes or whatever. I'm beginning to realize maybe it's more doable than even I realized. Certainly there's a lot more, when you're getting creative with how you get your stabs in, there's a lot of stabs that are still offered even this late in the game, and your escapism is always good. That your ability to get out of trouble and be like, well, I'm just not going to fight this, is actually really good. Huh, that's the D-to-Zot, eh? Okay. Oh, shit. Okay, well, at least I got one of them. Yeah, of course you're going to feel drained. That's going to happen. Repel missiles, and just start damaging this guy with whatever means I have available. Bolt of Fire is a higher damage spell, so I need to switch to that to get my kill. Finish off with the Fireball because he was retreating. Mephitic? Looks like he's confused. He went the opposite direction. And thank you, Ashinzari, for showing me that. Eat the apricot off the floor. I don't have swiftness. Oh, I don't need swiftness. I'm a Spriggan. Repel missiles, just because there's so many of them. We're going to even go ahead and go one further and start dropping random zones of fire before letting off my blanket confuses. Just to maximize the chance of them taking, you know, overall damage. That there's an enemy coming in from behind them all that actually is going to merit my attention. The squeezy guy. Let's get out of the way so that I can line up some shots that will hit him as well. took a risk to actually animate that corpse rather than just moving out of the way immediately. But it was worth it because look how much damage it dealt. Come on, keep running. Keep running. Good. You guys lined me up a nice shot. I'm going to use the crystal ball because I do want more power. The troll cannot grab, so he's less scary. How hungering is this attack? Only somewhat, but I'd rather it be less. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to go with the butterfly contingency. Boom. And it begins. Every turn I see that a butterfly has died. Oh, damn it, he got forward. You're either going to advance or you're not, and I'll just fireball you until you die. Okay, takedown. Time to go ahead and claim my prize. Nice big stack of corpses. Where you see corpses, I see skeletons. Skeletons that will do my bidding. Wow. That was a big failure of an approach. Cast some generic confusion clouds their way. And then just stab. Generic confusion clouds plus stabs. I am faced from behind by a giant who can still shoot. I am at melee range with another of the same. Okay, we've taken this one down. And it looks like my summons found him, which is nice. You're not resistant to cold, bro. But apparently you don't want to be Ensorcelled Hibernated, so we'll just settle for Mephitic stabbing. I guess that's the big thing about Mephitic Cloud. If you cast it once, you still get to keep all of your follow-up turns. Whereas if you cast Ensorcelled Hibernation and it fails, you have to keep casting it because you're not going to be passively attempting to continue to do it. Okay, I was going to bolt the fire down the hallway, but they just all stood still. Skip the vulnerability scroll, please. And the Mephitic works on the first turn. Good God. Oh, whoops. Forgot to charge my, my delayed fireball. That's important. Eat me all the sultanas, please. And hell, give me an apple to wash them down. Oh, wow, I was out of Scrolls of Blinking? That was a pretty major oversight. My bad. It's a good thing I picked that one up. Scroll of Blinking. Very important if you don't have Control Blink, and I do not. I have Control Teleport, which gives me a semi-controlled blink, but legitimate controlled blinking is a huge lifesaver. In fact, is it available in the dungeon? It is. That's a spell that actually is probably worth memorizing, because it works even through -C blink floors. And Translocation is a +4 ability for me, so here's what we're going to do. Temporarily, Conjurations and Fire are being reduced to Trickle, and Necromancy is being turned off, so that I can get Translocations up to where they need to be. Alright, well, that's about all the time I've got for now. Whether I proceed on into Zot for a little while just for some more experience gain, maybe to get my C-Blink up, or I play it safe and back out, I will decide later. For the moment, thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys next time.